everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we're just about 4 miles off the shores of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Welcome, everyone, to another season of coverage on EA Sports. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, the Jets 5-11 last year, Bills 7-9, both clearly still looking up at the Patriots in the AFC East and increasingly looking up at the Dolphins as well.
Yeah, and you have to remember the Dolphins improved themselves significantly in the offseason, both in free agency and in the draft, and had a strong finish and went to the playoffs in 2016. Buffalo and the Jets, they've got their work cut out for them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Leading them out in his 7th year now out of Virginia Tech, Tyrod Taylor.
In his 2 years as a starting quarterback in Buffalo, he had over 1,100 yards on the ground, so we know that he can scoop. But don't underestimate his right arm either. 37 touchdown passes and just 12 interceptions in those 2 seasons.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. Whoosh. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Big. Yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's the first carry for LeSean McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. For McCoy, in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole, but the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. Holmes has got it complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
Well, the one thing we do know about Buffalo, they love to run the football. Number 1 in the NFL in 2016 in rushing yardage. Expect that to continue, but look for an upgrade in the passing game. If they add that, they could be really dangerous.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
This defense is well respected around the league, and in 2015, they were ranked 4th overall in total defense. You move ahead to what they did last year.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Jamal Adams. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson from 10 yards out. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. These Bills, Charles, as you look back to last year, got off to a pretty good start, put together a 4-game winning streak early in the year, including that 16-0 shutout of the Patriots, but last 10 games, 3-7.
And they expect that to change in 2017 because they made a change in leadership. Remember, Sean McDermott, a defensive coordinator in Carolina, is now the head coach of the Bills, and he's going to emphasize being able to finish stronger down the stretch. And they added Tre'Davious White, a cornerback out of LSU, to take the place of the departed Stephon Gilmore.
Now Taylor to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Taylor to Watkins there, and the Bills convert on 3rd.
Brandon, the talent is undeniable, but the big key is keeping him on the field. He's missed a lot of games in his career.
Yeah, he missed 11 of them the last 2 seasons, did Sammy Watkins. Last season, only 28 catches and just 2 touchdowns.
A healthy Sammy Watkins makes Buffalo a lot better.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor, and he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's 3rd and short.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Now this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Taylor. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Holmes. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is caught. Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. No one had more rushing touchdowns than the Bills last year, 29. Let's see what they do on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Demario Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Let's go.
On 3rd and goal, Taylor. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Spent the last 6 years as the kicker for the Seattle Seahawks, a place where they called it house money. Now in Buffalo. Conditions somewhat similar, I would say, between Seattle and Buffalo.
Well, Seattle, you get a lot of rain. Buffalo, when the season gets a little later, you get a lot of cold weather.
Not cold weather, maybe even a little bit of snow.
On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Jets making their way out. It's been a while since we've seen them in the postseason, back in 2010. But last year, Charles, 5-11, and some of the moves they made in the offseason suggest maybe this year could be a challenge as well.
I believe those moves you referred to were made to change the attitude, the atmosphere on the team, because they went into the draft, and they got a couple of key guys that they've been counting on. Jamal Adams, a safety out of LSU. Marcus May, a safety out of Florida. They got younger, but they got more athletic back there. The tough part for them, still not solidified at the quarterback position.
And now running right through it, Matt Forte with green grass ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte, 73 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Taylor. Flushed out right. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 14-3, that's our score. And we're back to upstate New York after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. From the gun, it's Taylor. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andre Holmes with his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the LA Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue!
On second down, Forte. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
All right, here we go. Blue landed! Blue landed!
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. McCown to throw on second down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He couldn't hook up with Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
That would have been a great catch, but it's really difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Again, it's McCown. And he's got Enunwa. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Enunwa was the Jets' second leading receiver last year, had 58 catches, only one behind Brandon Marshall, who, of course, with the Giants now.
A breakout season for him, a big-bodied guy. Many thought that...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, 32 yards. yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Let's go, Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Taylor looking to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. So much for having too many defensive linemen. Remember the reaction when the Jets took Leonard Williams? They said they've got too many. Guy's a Pro Bowler in his second season.
Yeah, 7 sacks in that sophomore campaign last year. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And this is caught by Watkins. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Buster Screen, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with Forte, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now they'll throw with McCown. A minute 57 to go in this first half. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season. We'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Throwing is McCown on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. McCown now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It'll be a gain of 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's McCown. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Throwing on first is McCown. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this seemingly endless drive continues. McCown now on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw is McCown. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. It's McCown again. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will get the lead up to 14. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
And that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
The Bills getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Third down from inside the 10. Taylor's got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Adams is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Now following the interception, McCown's on point with the throw, and he finds his mark for the score. Down to late in the first as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Forte gonna get clear of the defense here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Jets go up by 11. Bills now later on the drive. Taylor's gonna find his mark, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The Bills trail now by 4. First and 10. McCown finding an open receiver in Quincy Enunwa, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Jets push their lead to 11.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Jets. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the draw, McCown leaves it to Forte. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bills on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Taylor now to throw on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Bills on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
This is McCoy, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd down. Taylor over the middle, complete. It's Holmes. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
And a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's McCown. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Here we go.
On 1st down, McCown. Anunua's got it, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Down. This is Forte. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back to the ground on first, it's Forte. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
McCown throwing on second. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now McCown. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. His throw, incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. McCown looks to throw again. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a 1st down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
To throw, it's McCown. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And the lead is up to 14. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not to the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Skrine. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Forte gets the handoff from the count. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dan Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down, Taylor. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. It's a tough early season stretch for the Bills. After this, they go to Carolina, then home for the Broncos, and 2 more games on the road at Atlanta and Cincinnati.
3 of those teams have been in the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
They will, however, get a... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20. Before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Zay Jones, a second-round pick from East Carolina. Some thought could have been a first-round pick from East Carolina.
High-volume guy at East Carolina. I mean, the big-time catch, 158 of them in 2016. And he's an NFL legacy. His father, a longtime linebacker in the league.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Touchdown, Buffalo. defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Again, this is Forte. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's Forte. And they'll get only a couple down to the 44. Tough start to the year for the Jets. So this trip to Buffalo, then at Oakland. Then they'll calm down a bit, come home from Miami and Jacksonville before heading to Cleveland in Week 5.
Opening with Buffalo on the road under new management, and then a Super Bowl favorite in Oakland. They've got to come out of those at least.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Taylor on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On second down, here's Taylor. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down at the 14. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe Milton.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, the ball's out. Forte loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Here's Taylor. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Taylor, flushed out right. Open man is Holmes. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 43 yards. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly
both.
what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On the counter, Forte. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Jets, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. With that, we